Welcome back, everybody, to Season 2 of Tennessee Titans franchise here on Madden 26. If you've been enjoying the series, let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on the series so far. Like the video, all that stuff. So we're taking on the Commanders here in this first episode, and we're going to make a little change here in the series and how we do it, as we're going to try to speed things up a little bit. We're going to do more play the moments here. I think we're going to do some play the moments, play full games, but also we're just trying to get through these things a little bit quicker, I think. That's just the way it is, so maybe a little bit slightly longer videos sometimes, where you get these episodes like this, where it's going to be like 4-ish games, and then sometimes it's just going to be one episode, maybe two episodes, maybe two games in an episode, maybe a game and a play the moment, maybe a play the moment in a game. Also, these are the 2024 records for these teams, not the 2025 records. Not sure how they kind of don't have that fixed. But either way, taking on the Commanders here in this one, and Jaden Daniels, they pick up the first down right there. We come back, 3rd and 7, and Daniels just throws it on the run. Probably didn't have to do that, but he did. And they score a touchdown, so we get the ball here in the red zone, and 2nd and 4 here. Cam Ward looking. We're going to be on the run here, and we're just going to take off, and we're going to try to get in, and we do get in for a touchdown because another hit stick from the back. I really don't get this game's obsession with hit sticks to the back. But either way, we score a touchdown. So there we go. Now we're going to come back again here. It's tied up 7-7. Going to throw this one to Calvin Ridley, and we're just going to be just short of picking up a touchdown right there, and we want to get a touchdown here. That is the goal, is to get 6. Not interested in kicking a field goal at all. So we come back here, I formation, just gonna try to run this football. We do have an actual fullback if you watched our off-season video, and you know, our right guard just gets thrown backwards because that's Madden. For some reason, your guards just get thrown backwards. You know how it is. We're going to come back. We're just going to run the football again. We're going to try again. And Braylon Allen gets in for the score. Touchdown, Titans. There we go. We take the lead 14-7 here. This is a pretty big week 1 matchup when you think about it, honestly. Both of these teams, young quarterbacks, lots of young talent, lots of expectations for the future of these teams now. And you see Jaden Daniels just going to take off and run here. We're just getting no pass rush because it's Madden 26. There is no pass rush. Probably the reason why I don't want to play full games anymore with Madden 26. There's no pass rush. There's no pass rush. No one wins. Everyone just loses. There's just no pressure whatsoever. And Jaden Daniels able to run out of bounds. I'm hitting the tackle button. It's just not registering it. We come back again. We do get a win here with Tavondre Sweat. Doesn't matter. I'm not sure where Jeffrey Simmons is. I guess he must have occurred a little bit of wear and tear or something. So now he's not in the game at all. So we come back here, 21-14 here. We got to get a touchdown here, and that's almost picked off by a linebacker. Because in Madden, I only throw interceptions to linebackers. So 2nd and 10 here. Going to take the underneath route here to Chimera DK. He picks up the first down. Really nice right there. Jacoby Jackson, the guy that we won in the draft, on the tackle right there. And we weren't able to draft him. So that's a little disappointing. But, come back again here. And looks like he's getting kind of chewed up a little bit here. Well, that's actually Amos right there. But either way, it looks like before he was getting a little chewed up there in coverage. Corner having that many tackles is a little concerning. But we come back right here. Quick throw here. Calvin Ridley. And Ridley going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. And we're able to tie this game up before the 2-minute warning. I think that's kind of important. Don't want to, I think, take too much time off the clock. Maybe we should have took more time off the clock there, honestly, because the way our defense is playing right now, we really can't do anything. We're just not getting, pressure quick enough here. And there's Terry McLaurin with a catch and a first down. So the Commanders, they are driving here. I'm surprised they're not taking just a little bit of time, but, here it is, a throw right there, and he gets tackled right there. So now 2nd and 6. I don't necessarily want to use all of my timeouts. If there's a situation where it looks like we can force him to kick a field goal and keep some timeouts, I'm willing to do that. Jaden Daniels gets tackled right there. 11 rushes for 70 yards. Seems like any AI quarterback that can run is kind of almost abusive, if I'm being honest, just because you just don't get pressure in this game. There's Darren Waller. I would complain about Darren Waller doing that, but he looks like he has turned his career around since he got out of New York. So 2nd and 7, tackle right there. Not going to call a timeout just yet because I just want to have my timeouts. I want to have 2 at least if we can force a stop here. They're throwing the football, so we can force an incomplete pass, and we do. That took a lot of time off the clock, but I think we have the ability to get down the field and get into field goal position quick enough. It's going to come down to that. They're going to kick a field goal, take the lead, 24-21. So here we go. We have to get down here pretty quickly. I think we can do it. There's Matt Spiegel, breaks a tackle, timeout. So one more play here, and if we can kind of get it into field goal range, maybe try a 59-yard field goal. Throw this one right here. A.O. Manor going to be brought down, tackled at the 42. So this is going to be a pretty deep field goal. They're suggesting Hail Marys. We're going to try a field goal here. It's going to be, close to 60 yards, 59 yards officially. What do you know? I predicted what we do. But a 59-yard field goal, that's what we're going to do here. Maybe I should have called one of those timeouts a little bit and save some time to get a little bit closer. But in the NFL, the way guys are kicking, 59, we are kicking into the wind, though. That is a concern here that I did not take into account when I set out on this strategy. We're kicking into the wind, and maybe that wind, we come up, a couple yards short right there, and we are going to lose here in week 1 to the Commanders, 24-21, and had an opportunity to take it to overtime, and we were not able to do it. Maybe I misplayed the clock there a little bit, but I feel like it kind of worked. So Cam Moore, 15 of 23, 1 touchdown, 220 yards on the day for him. Braylon Allen, 12 carries, 43 yards. We had 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 from Allen, 1 from Cam Ward. And then the receiving, I wish Braylon could have gotten a little bit going there, a little bit more. Calvin Ridley, Matt Spiegel with some catches. A.O. Manor, only 1 catch, 15 yards. Chigakonkwo, 1 catch for 10 yards. And then defensively, apparently we did get some pressure. No interceptions, but Nakobe Dean, Cody Barton with sacks, DJ Reader with a half sack right there. And, we end up losing here in week 1. So that's a little disappointing, if I'm being honest, to drop that game. Jeffrey Simmons, he was hurt. So we're going to come back, take on the Jaguars, who we got Travon Walker from. Now, he hasn't really made an impact yet. We're down 7-0 here to the Jags. If you remember last season, we lost to the Jaguars to close out the regular season. And I want to get my get back on the Jaguars. So we get a touchdown right there, tie this game up, and pressure coming in right there. Maybe if that was Travon Walker, maybe it would have got there, but instead, it is a touchdown here to A.O. Manor, and there we go right there. So we come back here, 7-7. We're going to throw this one right here to A.O. Manor again. And I just love having, kind of these 3 receivers. Matt Spiegel, our number 4 receiver, could potentially grow into be a great receiver for us. But, one of those guys, there's going to be a week where just one of those guys that's not Calvin Ridley is going to kind of win. And it's just great to have that. And Matt Spiegel with a catch right there. We're going to get the 3rd and 2. We're going to hurry up. We're going to run the same play again. Yeah, it's cheesy. But you know what? I don't really care. It's Madden. So we come back here on the run. Going to throw here to Spiegel, and he's going to get the touchdown right there. Matt Spiegel. That is, I'm going to presume, his first career touchdown. Well, it is. So there it is right there. And we come back here, 14-7. And Trevor Lawrence standing in the pocket all day. Down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons bringing him down. Down goes Lawrence. 4th and 18 coming up here. And it's now just kind of now's an opportunity for us to kind of, I think, put our foot down in this game. Chigakonkwo making a play right there. Not too much Dalvin Douglas just yet, but I do expect we'll see some Dalvin Douglas as we go throughout the season. We have a great tight end room. That's something that I always like trying to build up. Get the tight end room built up. Get the receiving core built up. We throw this one right here to Braylon Allen. And I was kind of unsure about throwing it to him, but we decided just to do it. I do wish receivers would kind of understand the scramble drill a little bit more in these games. I wish they wouldn't just stand there. I mean, keep taking that route to the sideline, especially in the end zone right there. But either way, we get the touchdown right there. 21-7 here. Braylon with a receiving touchdown. We come back here, throw this one right here to Jameer DK. He picks up the first down, and we are driving here. What a day for Cam Ward so far. In real life, the Titans finally picked up their first victory after the Cardinals completely choked the game away. We get a touchdown, 28-7, so we can really put this one away here. Going to get some nice blocking here. And Skoronski just took too long to get out there to do anything for that block. But either way, we come back here. Cam Ward going to step up, keep it himself. Touchdown, Tennessee. And there we go, a 40-piece on the Jags, getting our getting our lick back from last season. And I love that. 41-20. They make the score look a little bit better there, but we improved to 1-1. Get our first win of the season. My phone goes off because it always does. And there we go. So Cam Ward, 24-34, 4 touchdowns, almost 300 yards on the day. And Braylon Allen, 14 carries, 57 yards. I don't know what it is. It just seems like in sim, running backs are kind of just, I don't want to say trash, but it kind of feels like they're just kind of trash. Matt Spiegel, 9 receptions, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. The name of the game is speed, and he has a lot of that. And, he is, what a steal that was. I mean, just the pure speed, the pure athleticism. Do we have to work on getting him, better in terms of his actual route running and things like that? Sure. You see, we got some sacks here. Jeffrey Simmons, Olafemi Oladejo gets a sack, and then a half sack for Nakobe Dean and DJ Reader. I believe someone also got an interception on the day as well. So just a really good game for us. Got 2 upgrades for 2 receivers, and that is going to go to Alec Manor, who's going to get a playmaker upgrade here. Catch and traffic, juke move, medium route running, and release, along with carrying and spin move. I don't do too much of that stuff, honestly, at times. It just feels like you risk a fumble. And then we're going to go here, Matt Spiegel. And I wasn't sure what to go with here. Do we go with playmaker? But we decided to go with slot, trying to get that short route running up. And we do get a +1 in that. We also get +2 catching, +1 break tackle. Not too upset about the break tackle upgrade. I would love for him. He has so much speed in the open field. If he can start slipping some tackles, I think that would go a really long way for us. So we have to do a re-signing, and the re-signing is going to be Travon Walker. So we're going to get our edge positions are basically set right here now for the next couple seasons. Don't even have to really worry about it outside of maybe some depth. And looking around here, some other players need to be re-signed. We do have Jimmy Garoppolo, our backup, but everything else, we're going to accept that option right there. We're looking pretty good here. Tajay Spears, I'm not sure if we're going to re-sign him. He is good, but could be a guy we end up trading. But Braylon Allen, going to get an upgrade here. And that's going to go into power back. We get +2 break tackle, +1 trucking for him. And yeah, getting that trucking rating up. I think we're going to focus a little bit more on Braylon Allen's power ability as compared to his kind of agility and things like that. So, Jonathan Elliott, our rookie defensive tackle. We're just to go with nose tackle right here. This feels like the best upgrade for defensive tackles in this year's game. +2 tackle, +1 play recognition. Again, I might sound like a broken record. It's a very important rating for these guys. So, Thursday Night Football. This is our first time playing in one of these games here in Madden 26. So, first time playing Thursday Night Football. We get this cool presentation. I don't know if we had this when we played the Texans last season. I can't really remember. But this all looks really cool, if I'm being honest. And I think their Texan mascot is still in their old uniform, though. I just kind of noticed that. So a little bit of an oversight, but this is really cool. I don't remember seeing this last season when we played the Texans. So this is really cool. First time playing in Thursday Night Football. First time I get to see these packages for myself. And yeah, so really cool stuff here. Just a different feel, a different vibe. Strange thing on our schedule, our next week's game is also a Thursday night game. I don't know if anyone's ever done back-to-back Thursday night games, but we have 2 Thursday night games, and we're just kind of all over primetime this season compared to, in real life, the Titans have like no primetime games, which I guess makes sense. Travon Walker almost winning right there, almost getting in for the sack. He was that close to really getting that sack, so that's nice to see. We come back underneath. 1st and 10 turns into 2nd and 3. It's a little weird looking at these packages because I'm so used to the normal one in the game, so it's kind of a little weird seeing this, but this is really cool, honestly. Chimera DK with the catch right there, and we are trying to drive here, right? Want to start this game off good. Here's Matt Spiegel. He has so much speed, and it just makes it really hard for teams to contain him. Also, kind of like, I just want to keep testing the defenses with him. But then here's Calvin Ridley. We're used to testing defenses with him, and he's going to get a touchdown right there. Calvin Ridley takes the top off the defense, and we strike first here. We draw first blood with the touchdown. Cam Ward just throws this one. Ridley just not sure what happened right there. Just a coverage failure for the Texans. So we're looking pretty good right here, right now, and we're not looking good now. Now we're down 14-7, so we're going to come back in here. Cam Ward on the run. We throw this one, and that is just a laser from Cam Ward. Cross body, back across the field. You're not supposed to do that, but Cam Ward, I think what we've seen in real life, tied up here 21-21, is that he has the ability to do that. He has a certain zip on his ball that is just kind of special, that kind of allows you to do that sort of stuff. It's things that you're not supposed to do. Sometimes he gets in trouble with it, but Calvin Ridley, look at that play right there. Calvin Ridley still shifty at his age. That is just amazing. I thought maybe this guy who could end up on the trade block this year. I don't think so. I think we're going to have to keep Calvin Ridley this season. We'll get there in the offseason, however this season ends, and then we'll have to decide then on what we do. But Calvin Ridley still just playing too good a football for me to consider, I think, not having on this team, because that's an amazing play right there by Calvin Ridley. 28-21 here. Stroud looking. Linebacker's going to get after him. I guess he's a little bit older now. So now he's 25 here, so he must have lost more speed or something. I'm not sure, but down goes Stroud, 2nd and goal here, and just a quick throw right there. That's incomplete. Knocked that one out, tanked down, not able to hold on to the football. And I think one of the reasons why I think we're actually able to hold right here is I have decided that in these late game situations, we are just playing man defense. Straight up, we're going to play man defense. If you beat us playing man defense, that's fine. DJ Reader, though, with the heavy pressure right there on 4th down. So turnover on downs. We're not out of the woods just yet, but Braylon Allen, that was so close to being a big run right there for Braylon Allen. We're going to come right back again, run it again. 2nd and 5. We get some good blocks here. Braylon Allen into the open field, and Braylon Allen, don't go out of bounds, comes down right there. Another timeout for the Texans. They have one more timeout, and here's Tajay Spears. I love doing this here. Hit him with the power, and then try to hit him with the speed of Spears. 3rd and inches. So not all the way over here for the Texans if they get a stop, but they don't get a stop. Tajay Spears taking us to the 2-minute warning and taking us to yet another victory. We're going to kick a field goal here, get our rookie kicker, get him some confidence back after missing that kick in week 1. So we get a 10-point victory over the Texans. We improved to 2-1 on the season, 31-21 here. And pretty good game for our offense. Our defense stepped up when it needed to. And those are things you like to see. And getting another win over this Texans team in this franchise. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception for Cam Ward on the day. And we come back here, the running game. Did we get the running game going in Sim? We got it going a little bit here. 14 carries, 76 yards. No touchdowns for the running backs in this one. Calvin Ridley, 3 touchdowns. Matt Spiegel with a touchdown, so he's having a great rookie campaign. Braylon Allen with a catch, but Calvin Ridley, 8 receptions, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tavondre Sweat with a sack. Amani Hooker with a sack. DJ Reader with a sack. And then Cam Taylor-Britt with an interception here. So, of course, Cam Taylor-Britt finally gets an interception. I'm not there to see it. So, a little annoying right there. But either way, we get a nice victory here over this Texan squad. Kadeem Hill, our rookie left guard, who is starting. The plan wasn't for him to start just yet, but I decided to might as well just start him. Get him out there, get him on the field. He has a hidden dev, so why not get him out there starting and let him kind of earn XP, because why not? So, +2 agility, +2 awareness, lead block, +2, pass block, and run block finesse are both +1. So, nowhere near getting that look at what his dev trait is. If I had to take a guess, it's probably star, because most of these hidden dev guys are star. Jerry Lynch, our Sam linebacker, and he is going to get +2 zone coverage, +1 man coverage right there. Good speed, good acceleration. Just got to work on the coverage. So, another Thursday night game taking on the Browns, who are 0-3. I tried trading for Myles Garrett. They weren't interested. We're wearing the throwback Oilers uniforms. Taking on the Browns here in prime time, back-to-back Thursday night games. I have no idea how a team would feel about being given back-to-back Thursday night games. That's kind of a weird scheduling thing. Again, that's also why I think they should let you kind of build your own schedule up a little bit here in Madden, because it feels like the sim engine just kind of struggles with schedules at times. But taking on the Browns in this one, first quarter, shotgun formation, and we're going to throw a screen here. Tajay Spears just able to get in. Touchdown, Titans. And that's a cool graphic they have on their little Tron right there. But Tajay Spears with the touchdown. This graphics package is really cool, honestly. These should be active during the playoffs to represent the different networks. So I think that's the next step for the playoffs, to have different presentation packages for the playoffs and the Super Bowl as well. I want to see that next year. I know that's not a big important thing, but for me, I think it's cool. Either way, we get a touchdown. We get a first down, Chigokonkwo, third down alert, 3rd and 10 here. They always give you these weird downs and distances. And so we're here, going to find Matt Spiegel, and we're going to be tackled right there. And big field goal kick opportunity, and I'm actually just going to kick the field goal. Thought about going for it. Just going to kick the field goal, 4th and 4, early in the game. Let's get a 10-point lead here and play some defense. So Hayden makes the kick right there. Want to give him some confidence. I know that's not like a thing in the game, but it's a thing here with you and me, the viewer, and stuff. So all day for Shadur to throw. Like I've said before with this game, there is just no pass rush. Doesn't matter for the user, doesn't matter for the CPU. There's just no pass rush. I'm not sure who they think Shadur Sanders is, but he ain't breaking no tackles. Let me just say that right now. So, still simulating here. They're going to go for it here, 4th and 1. Does EA just see like a black quarterback and think, oh, this guy can get out and run or something? Because like, I would not describe that as Shadur's game, if I'm being entirely honest. I don't really... I mean, he can do it a little bit, but he's not a guy who's going to be breaking tackles. He just doesn't have the size to do that. Either way, playing some defense. I go for the hit stick. I always do this with the tight ends on that little seam that they run for the tight end. We give up a touchdown right there. We're trailing the Browns 14-10. We got to get it going here. And going to throw this one to Matt Spiegel. Spiegel going to carry this one into the end zone. Big play right there. Matt Spiegel with the touchdown. They got to do something about the faces, because these generic faces look awful. They need to kind of do the... I mean, look at my guys just getting thrown around here, trying to rush the quarterback. I mean, I don't know what to do with that, where it just feels like no matter what, there's just no pass rush in Madden. I'm not sure why they're not letting me get any playage in here. So we're going to get a punt return opportunity here. And there is Matt Spiegel. He is our punt returner. He just has the speed. I kind of blow that a little bit just because I don't like on those returns. I'm like waiting for the guy to like actually block. And by the time they set up the block, I'm there. There's nothing I can do. But we have to get down here, get a touchdown. We're going to go to Spiegel and we're going to go hurry up here because we have to do that. So this is I think this is a tough formation for defenses because like our best players is Calvin Ridley, and there he is lining up in the slot. Then you got the speed right here of Spiegel picking up the first down. I'm hitting hurry up, and it wants to show me him celebrating. At least no time runs off the clock. So on the run here, Cam Ward's just going to keep this one and run. Myles Garrett pushes him out of bounds. Did not want him to potentially fumble that football. But 2-minute warning here, and we're going to find Spiegel right there, and Grant Delpit that's probably a touchdown-saving tackle, because if he doesn't make that tackle, Spiegel probably gets into overdrive and takes that one to the house. We come back again, and Spiegel going to be brought down at the 4, and Matt Spiegel, just the speed he has, that what he can do after the catch is phenomenal. So screenplay here, but we're going to go to Spiegel. I love doing that. We get a touchdown. We take the lead. But I really do like, in Madden 26, I'll give him credit, this year more than any other, on these screenplays, those other routes, they're definitely passable. Like, if there's a good setup there, you can definitely get to those routes. You got to be quick with that decision. You don't have time to sit there and kind of, lollygag. But the Browns, they can tie this thing up, take it to overtime. We get that ball dislodged right there. Austin Siebert, I think that's how you say that name. But either way, just trying to get to him. We get sucked into a block right there. They talked about how they got rid of suction blocks and things like that and suction tackles. They clearly fucking lied. That's still a thing in this game. But either way, it's fine. 4th and 1 here. Tyler Algier not able to get the first down. So we're going to go man coverage here. Bring some pressure on Shadur. And Cody Barton has a free shot, and he gets it. It brings down Shadur Sanders. And there we go. Turnover on downs. And that's how this one is going to end. Shadur not able to get outside the pocket and do anything right there. He gets brought down with the sack. We're going to kneel this one down. And we are going to come away with the victory, 24-21. So there we go. Coming up in the clutch defensively in this one. The Browns fall to 0-4. We improve to 3-1 here. Another great game for Cam Ward, 24 of 33. 3 touchdowns, 263 yards on the day for Cam. And then we take a look through here. The rushing attack, it's kind of just there. I don't know. I think that's just a sim thing, honestly. It's just kind of what it is. It is what it is with that. Receiving, Matt Spiegel, what a game. 9 receptions, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Calvin Ridley, Chigokonkwo kind of, they kept our other receivers in check except Chigokonkwo and Matt Spiegel. So Delvin Douglas got some run here in this one. So you see some of these rookies starting to make an impact really early for us. Cody Barton with that game-winning sack. Travon Walker got his sack. That must have been in sim, because when I used him, he was just getting flung to the ground by linemen. So great game we got here, EA, and then no interceptions on the day for us. So when we come back, we're going to be taking on the 3-1 Bengals on Sunday Night Football. So another primetime game here. It's the Titans on primetime. I guess the league has to make up for us not being on primetime as much last season, but take a look here at the AFC, and it's looking tough. 3-1 Bengals, 3-1 Baltimore, 4-0 Buffalo, 3-1 New England, 3-1 Chargers. You got the AFC West with the Chiefs and Denver. And then you got kind of the rest of the AFC West outside of the Jaguars kind of keeping pace with us. So come back for that one. Next episode will be a single game. Let me know down below if you like this format, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.